Hello and Merry Christmas to everyone. Today we're going to do another game from our 1977 Red Sox replay special Christmas edition. This is going to be the 8-6 Red Sox, as you can see here, just 2 games out from Baltimore against the 6-7 Milwaukee Brewers in Game 1 of a 2-game series with the Brewers. So without further ado, let's get this underway. All right, so we have Rick Wise against Jerry Augustine.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, play ball. Alright, this is a game from Tuesday, April 26, 1977, 6:03 p.m. start time here in Milwaukee. Again, we still have to get our new stadiums out there, but we will. So it's at County Stadium in Milwaukee. It's a bad night, so it's going to be very hard to get home runs off of ballpark checks there with a just a 1 and 2 for lefties and a 0 for righties, so very little chance there. Doubles and triples are right up the league average, and singles, especially against lefties, just 1 to 3, and righties 1 to 10. So if you know your strat effects, ballpark effects there are them. So Jerry Augustine on the hill for the Brewers. He comes in at 0 and 2 with a 6.35 earned run average. He's pitched 17 innings, allowed 18 hits, 7 walks, 3 strikeouts, and has surrendered 3 homers. For the Red Sox, the lineup is going to be as follows. Steve Dillard will get the start at second, so Rick Burleson will lead it off, the shortstop, followed by Steve Dillard at second. Jim Rice, the DH, will bat third. George the Boomer Scott will bat cleanup and play first. The left fielder will be the captain, Kyle Yastrzemski. Behind the plate, Carlton Pudge Fisk, batting 6th. So batting 7th, the right fielder, Dwight Evans. Third baseman, Butch Hobson, will hit 8th. And Rick Miller in center will hit 9th. The defense behind Augustine and in the outfield, left to right, is going to be Woolard, Joshua, and Lascano. Above average on left and right. Joshua, average in center. The infielder is going to be Sal Bando at third, Robin Yount at short, Don Money at the second baseman, and Cecil Cooper at first. So Yount is above average range at short, Bando and Cooper average range at first and third and first, and Money below average range at second. Behind the plate is going to be Charlie Moore. I think it's Charlie Moore. Yeah, Charlie Moore, the catcher. Not Charlie Moore Outdoors, if you New England fans. With a +2 arm. So not a very good at throwing out base runners. Jerry Augustine on the hill has average range and is average at holding runners on with a +0. So Burleson steps into the box. He's hitting .231 with 2 runs batted in. Augustine looks in for the sign for more. Here's the windup and the pitch. 6 column And that's going to go for extra bases. Burleson hits it over the head of Von Joshua. That'll go to the wall. And the Red Sox start with a leadoff double here in the first. So a good start for the Boston first with the runner already in scoring position. Steve Dillard to the plate now, hitting just 182 and 11 at-bats. 2 for 11 with 2 runs batted in. Burleson gets his lead. Augustine looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be off the 6th column. That's going to be a ground ball B. So Bando looks over to the runner, holds him there, and fires the first for the out. So 1 down now for Jim Rice. Rice comes in hitting .328 with 5 homers, 14 runs batted in, 58 at-bats. Also has 5 doubles and a pair of triples. Here's the pitch to Rice. 4 column. And Rice will draw the walk. Augustine being very careful with him. So first and second with the 1 down. For the boomer, George Scott. He comes in hitting .364 with 3 homers, 9 runs batted in, 55 at-bats. See if he can get the Red Sox on the board. And that's going to be off his wheelhouse to the 1 column. And Scott's going to get a hold of one here. That's going deep. Joshua goes back, and that is gone. So a 3-run bomb for the boomer, George Scott. Puts the Red Sox on top 3-0. So a good start for the Red Sox. Still only 1 out for the captain, Kyle Yastrzemski. He comes in hitting just 193 with a homer and 8 runs batted in, but has shown some signs of breaking out of it with a 4-for-4 day not too long ago. So here's the pitch to Yastrzemski. It's going to be off the 4 column. And that's going to be a line out to second as Money makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. So that'll bring up Carlton Pudge Fisk hitting .383 with a homer and 6 runs batted in. 4 doubles also. 1 column. And that'll be a ground ball to short. Younce up with it over to Cooper. And that'll do it for the Red Sox. The Red Sox get on the board with a 3-run blast by the boomer, George Scott. So Rick Wise on the hill spotted a 3-run lead. He's 0-1 with a 9.64 earned run average. 9 innings pitched, 12 hits allowed, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts, and has allowed a single home run. On the season, though, he was 11-5 with a 4.77 earned run average. So hoping to have a better start today against the Brew Crew. So the lineup for the Brewers is going to be Von Joshua, the center fielder, to lead it off, followed by Robin Yount at short. Cecil Cooper, former Red Sox, is your first baseman hitting 3rd. Don Money will bat cleanup and play 2nd. Six Locano is your left fielder hitting 5th. Sal Bando, the 3rd baseman, hits 6th. Jamie Quirk is your DH today batting 7th. Jim Wolin in left hits 8th. And behind the plate, Charlie Moore will hit 9th. So the Red Sox defense pretty standard. Yastrzemski in left, Miller in center, Evans in right. The infield, Hobson, Burleson, Dillard getting the start today at 2nd, and Scott at 1st, and Fisk behind the plate. Rick Wise on the hill has above average range and a +1 hold rating. So corners are going to play in for Von Joshua. Von Joshua comes in with a .340 batting average, so off to a good start with a homer and 5 runs batted in 50 at-bats. Wise looks in for the sign, hits the pitch to Von Joshua. It's going to be off the 1 column. And it's going to be a ground ball to Dillard. He handles it cleanly over to Scott for out number 1. So 1 down in the Red Sox first comes out to Robin Yount. The shortstop comes in hitting just .204 with 5 runs batted in 54 at-bats. Here's the pitch to Yount. And that's a called strike 3, so Wise gets his first K of the day. So 2 up and 2 down in the Milwaukee first. That'll bring up Cecil Cooper. First baseman comes in hitting .273 with a homer and 3 runs batted in 55 at-bats. 3 column. And that'll be a called 3rd strike. So Wise with a pair of strikeouts as the Brewers go in order in the first. So after 1 full, it's Boston 3, Milwaukee nothing. So bottom 3rd of the order for the Red Sox, Evans, Hobson, and Miller. Evans is off to a good start, though, with a .327 average with 5 homers, 16 runs batted in 52 at-bats. Here's the pitch by Augustine off the 4 column. And Evans will draw the walk, so good eye by Dewey. And the Red Sox once again have the lead runner on. Cooper and Bando in on the grass, expecting Hobson to possibly lay down a bunt. Hobson's going to hit away, though. And it's going to be off the 5 column. That's a range check on Money. Money's a 5 range. I guess he was playing towards the hole or something. So 1 to 8 could be a base hit. No, looks like he's going to get to it. Can he turn 2? It's a slow roller. Bare hands it over to first. And they'll get to Hobson at first. So Evans now in scoring position with 1 down. See if Rick Miller can deliver. Miller comes in hitting just .211 with 6 runs batted in. Evans gets his lead. It's the pitch to Miller off the 4 column. That's going to be a ground ball to first. Cooper take it to the bag himself. Close play, but he beats him by a step as Evans moves to third now with 2 down. So Burleson doubled and scored in the first on the George Scott 3-run blast. And that's going to be off the 6 column, and that's going to be a walk. So that'll put runners at the corners for Steve Dillard. Dillard 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch to Dillard, and that's off the 6 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Von Joshua is there, though, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. So the Red Sox threaten to add more, but do not. It remains 3-0 as we head to the home half of the second. It'll be Money, Lascano, and Bandel up against the Wise. Money comes in hitting .313 with 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch to Money. It's off the 4 column. And that's going to be a called 3rd strike. So Wise with his 3rd strikeout of the day. Brings up Sixto Lascano. Sixto hitting .292 with 3 homers, 12 runs batted in. Off the 5 column, and that's going to be a base hit to right field. Evans up with it quickly over to Dillard. And Lascano reaches. So 1 out and 1 on. Scott will hold him on. Brings up Sal Bando, the 3rd baseman. Bando comes in hitting .261 with 4 runs batted in. Lascano gets his lead. Wise looks in for the sign, looks at the runner, delivers. And that's going to be a swinging strikeout. So Wise gets his 4th K of the day, 2nd strikeout of the inning. And it'll bring up Jamie Quirk, the DH. Quirk comes in hitting .233 with a homer and 4 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch off the 1 column, and that's going to be a ground ball to first. Scott takes it to the bag himself, and that'll do it for the Brew Crew here in the second. So after 2 full, it remains Boston 3 and Milwaukee nothing. Alrighty, Jim Rice walked and came in to score on the George Scott 3-run blast. We'll lead it off for the Red Sox here in the top of the 3rd. Here's the pitch to Rice. And Rice will reach for the 2nd time, this time a base hit through the hole. So leadoff runner for the third inning in a row is on for the Red Sox. So George Scott, who like we mentioned, hit a 3-run homer his first time up, his 4th of the year with RBIs 10, 11, and 12. Rice gets his lead. Here's the pitch to Scott. It's going to be off the 5 column. And this could be 2. No, it's going to be a long foul. It's going to stretch and foul. So he made a bid for a home run there. Next pitch. That's a ground ball to Yount at short. Flips the Money for 1. Back to first. Double play. So 2 outs. So the base is empty now for Yastrzemski 0 for 1. 6 column. And Yastrzemski with a long fly ball. Joshua running, and he'll make the catch. So after 2.5, Boston shutting out Milwaukee 3-zip. So corners are in on the grass for Wolford, Jim Wolford. He comes in hitting just .184 with an RBI. He's been known to drop down a bunt, though, so Red Sox are going to guard against that. There's a windup in the pitch by Wise. And he's hitting away, and that'll be a base hit. That'll fall in right in front of Miller. So leadoff runner on for the Brewers. Hobson and Scott are going to play in on the grass for Charlie Moore, the catcher, hitting 89 with 2 runs batted in and 38 at-bats. Wolford being held on, well, not being held on as the corners are in. So here's a wind-up in the pitch, and this is going to be in the wheelhouse of Charlie Moore. But he gets underneath it, pops it up. Burleson will call for it and make the catch for the first out of the third. So Von Joshua, the leadoff hitter, comes up now 0 for 1 on the day. Pitched by Wise. And Wise has the K's going today as he records his 5th strikeout. Wolford heads back to first, so a runner on first with 2 down now for Robin out. See if he can keep the inning going. So it's going to be off the 1 column. And that'll be a fly ball to left. Stremski going back. And one-hands it for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Brewers in the third. So after 3 full, it remains 3-0 Boston. So Fisk, Evans, and Hobson up for the Red Sox here in the 4th. Fisk 0 for 1 on the day. And that'll be a ground ball to Yount. Over to Cooper. 5-3 on the putout. Sorry, 6-3 on the putout. That'll be 1 down here in the Red Sox 4th. So Evans walked his first time up. And he'll reach for the second time. That's going to be a base hit into the hole. So 1 out base runner for the Red Sox. Cooper will hold him on. Cooper and Evans chatting at first as they used to be teammates. So that'll bring up Hobson. Hobson 0 for 1 on the day, looking for his first hit of the day. It's going to be off the 5 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to Wolford in the left. Wolford has above average range. Gets to it. And makes the catch for the second out as Evans scampers back to first. So 2 down now. Brings up Rick Miller 0 for 1. 5 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Money up with it. Over to first. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 4th. So just 3 runs for the Red Sox in the top of the first. Holding up now. Still 3-0 as we head to the home half of the 4th. So the Brewers will send up Cooper, Money, and Lezcano, the heart of the order. Cooper 0 for 1 on the day. Brewers with just 2 hits on the day. Red Sox with 4. 2 column. And that's going to be a base hit for Cooper straight up the middle over the second base bag. And Cooper is on to lead off the 4th inning for the Brew Crew. He'll be being held on by Scott. Money up to the plate now 0 for 1. 3 column. And another K in the books. So 6 Ks now for Wise. His 10th K of the season. So 1 down now. Lezcano up to the plate. Lezcano 1 for 1 on the day. And back-to-back strikeouts for Wise. Now up to 7 on the day. Here comes Bando with 2 outs and a runner on first. And that will continue the inning as it's a ground ball past Scott into right field. As Cooper, running on the contact, makes it to third. So runners at the corners with 2 down for Jamie Quirk. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a fly ball to Miller. Miller with excellent range. Gets to it. And makes the catch to retire the side. So the Brewers threaten but do not score. And after 4 full, it remains 3-0 Red Sox. So the Red Sox will send the top of the order against Augustine here in the 5th inning now. Game moving right along. Burleson's 1 for 1 with a double. 2 column. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So the Rooster on for the second time today. Corner, Bando and Cooper in on the grass. Dillard 0 for 2 up to the plate. And Dillard hitting just 154. Let me check his bunting ability. C bunter. Yeah, we'll have him bunt here. I think we're going to have him sacrifice. 72% chance. Why not? It's better than his average. Squares around. Over to first. Close play. Yeah. So Dillard able to get the job done. Is Burleson now in scoring position with 1 down for Jim Rice. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. 3 column. That's going to be a fly ball to right. Let's see if it's deep enough to get the runner over to third. Lascano backs up, makes the catch. Burleson will bluff in, but he'll hold as the throw comes in the third. So 2 down now for the boomer George Scott, responsible for all Boston scoring with a 3-run homer back in the first. RBI opportunity here. Burleson gets his lead. His delivery to Scott. And that's another ground ball to short. Yount up with it over to first. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 5th. So halfway through, Boston shutting out Milwaukee 3-0. So Wise back out there for his 5th inning of work. Wolford to lead it off. Wolford 1 for 1 on the day. 6 call. And that's going to be a ground ball to Dillard at short. Dillard had 2 errors in his last start in Game 1 of the doubleheader on yesterday. See if he can handle this one. He'll get to it. And bobbles it a little bit, but is able to recover and make the play to first. So 1 down now in the Milwaukee 5th. Let's check out the scores around the league. Minnesota leads Seattle 4-1. Texas beating Kansas City 2-1. Oakland 5, California 4. Chicago White Sox 1, Detroit Tigers 0. And the Yankees over the Orioles 4-1. And here in Milwaukee, it's 3-0 Boston. So 1 down now for Charlie Moore. Charlie Moore 0 for 1. 2 column. And it'll be a ground ball to short. Burleson's up with it over to Scott. First 2 batters retired in the Milwaukee 5th. That'll be it for Joshua. Still looking for his first hit of the day, 0 for 2. And that's going to be a called third strike. Another strikeout for Wise. And that'll do it. I think that's his 8th strikeout of the day, I believe. So that's it for the Brewers in the 5th. So we go to the 6th. Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Evans up for the Red Sox. Augustine back out on the hill. Lefty on lefty here, 0 for 2. And Yastrzemski will get his first hit of the day. Up the middle. So Yaz on. He'll be held on by Cooper. Fisk 0 for 2 on the day. Corners are going to play in on the grass. And it's a ground ball back to the box. They go to second for 1. Back to first, not in time. So 1-4 on the putout. And we'll head to the 6th. Sorry, not yet. 1 down now with a runner on first. And Dwight Evans up now. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. 2 column. That's a ground ball to third. Bando up with it over to Money for 1. Back to first, not in time. So 5-4 on the putout. As they get the lead runner. So 2 outs now in the Red Sox 6 with a runner on first. Hobson 0 for 2 on the day. Ground ball to short. Yount has it. Over to Cooper. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 6th. Through 5.5. It remains 3-0 Boston, only scoring in the top of the first on the 3-run homer by George Scott. So Wise back out there again. He's up to 72 pitches. Yount 0 for 2 up to the plate now. 4 column. That's a ground ball to the rooster. Gets to it. Makes the play over to Scott. And is 1 gone and Milwaukee 6th. So Cecil Cooper 1 for 2 on the day. 6 column. Range check on Dillard. He passed the first one. Oh, no, it's going to be a base hit. So Dillard just out of Dillard's range. And Cooper's on with a single. So the Milwaukee gets their 5th hit of the day. Cooper being held on by Scott. Money 0 for 2 up to the plate now with 1 down. Oh, another range check on Dillard. Gets to it. Over to first. Gets the short at first as Cooper moves in the scoring position now with 2 down. So Loscano looking to put Milwaukee on the board here. He's 1 for 2 on the day. 6 column. It's going to be a fly ball to Yaz in left. Very short-handed, 1 range. Not a chance of an error there. Very short-handed. They'll make the play to end the bottom of the 6th. So we played 6 full here at County Stadium. It remains Boston 3 and Milwaukee nothing. The actual game, the Red Sox won 3-1. As Milwaukee would score 1 run in the bottom of the 9th to make it 3-1. So it was 3-0 at one point. Alrighty, so corners are going to play in. Bando and Cooper in on the grass for Miller. Miller 0 for 2. And Miller's going to be hit by a pitch. So Miller will reach on the hit by pitch. Miller with some speed there, so let's see if we want to send him. 11-5, Scott stealing, and Moore. Yeah, he's not very good. So they're going to run on him. I think we're going to try to steal a base here, as Moore is a +2. See if he can get a jump here. So save chance 1-17. Get a lead 50%, so let's try it. See if we can get the lead. Oh, and he gets nailed. They roll an 18. Needed a 1-17, and Miller out trying to steal. So Moore gets a good pitch to throw on. And is able to get Miller on a cut stealing. So Burleson 2 for 2 with a double. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Loscano is there for out number 2. Slips on the grass, but is able to hold on. So Steve Dillard 0 for 2. And he'll fly out to right also. Loscano's there. And that will do it for Boston in the top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time here in Milwaukee. Here's the trivia question. Which country produces more Major League players per capita than any other country in the world? I'm going to guess Puerto Rico. That's just my guess, though. But that's considered a territory, though, in the United States, so... I don't know. Dominican Republic, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Colombia? All right, lock in your answers. Here it is. Curacao. They spelled that wrong. Yeah, Curacao. They spelled that wrong, though. It should be A-O instead of O-A. So, Curacao. Interesting. That's your trivia question. So, it remains 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Wise out there for his 7th inning of work. So, Bill Campbell did pitch in the actual game. But right now, he's sitting on the bench. Not warming up. So Bando 1 for 2 up to the plate. 2 column. That's going to be a ground ball to Dillard. He's up with it over to first for out number 1. So Jamie Quirk 0 for 2 on the day. Fly ball to center. Miller's there, though, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Milwaukee 7th. Brings up Jim Wolford 0 for 1 for 2 on the day. Ground ball to Dillard, getting a lot of range checks at second. And that one will get through. So I don't think even Doyle would have got to that one. He does get to it, but is unable to make the throw. So Willard reaches on the 2-out single by Wolford. Moore up to the plate now. Moore 0 for 2 on the day. Oh, and that's going to be a base hit. So the Brewers have something going here in the 7th, 1st and 2nd. 1 down. And I think the Red Sox are going to go to the... You going to go to the pen yet? What do we got there? Is it a lefty up to the plate? It is a lefty up to the plate. Yeah, Campbell very good against lefties, so yeah, I think we're going to go to the pen here. So Bill Campbell, we've been warming up in the pen, comes into the game. So that's Wise's day is done. Responsible for both runners on. He can win it, but not lose it. So Campbell has not allowed an earned run yet this season. 3 saves, no record. 9 innings pitched, just 3 hits allowed. Has walked 4 batters and struck out 5. Just needs 1 out here to get out of the jam here in the 7th. Runners on 1st and 2nd. They get their lead. Von Joshua steps into the box. Campbell looks in for the sign. And they're going to pinch hit. So Dan Thomas will come in the pinch hit for Von Joshua. Dan Thomas hitting .273 with 2 runs batted and 11 at-bats. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Campbell gets him swinging. Thomas tried to tie that with 1 swing of the bat, but comes up empty. And through 7 full, it remains Boston 3, Milwaukee nothing. So Campbell able to get out of the jam. So Jim Rice 1 for 2 with a run scored. 3 column. And it's going to be a fly ball to right. Loscano's there and makes the catch for out number 1. So to bring up Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski got a base hit his last time up. Scott up now. Scott hit it. Responsible for all the Red Sox, all the scoring in this game with a 3-run homer back in the 1st, 1 for 3 on the day. They leave Augustine in to face him, and this time Augustine gets him for a called 3rd strike. Just the 1st strikeout of the day for Augustine. So Yastrzemski 1 for 3, average up to 200. Here's the pitch by Augustine. Ground ball to Money. Over to Cooper for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Red Sox in the top of the 8th. Milwaukee will send up Yount, Cooper, and Money up against Campbell. Yount 0 for 3, all those at bats against Wise. That's a ground ball to short. Burleson has it. Over to 1st. 1 down. Cooper 2 for 3 on the day against Wise. See what he can do here against the lefty. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Miller with excellent range. Gets to it. And makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Milwaukee 8th. As he send up Don Money 0 for 3 on the day. And Money hits a ground ball to his counterpart, Hobson. Hobson up with it, over to Scott. And Milwaukee will go in order in the 8th. So we head to the 9th. The Red Sox still with a 3-run lead. Red Sox will send Fisk, Evans, and Hobson up against Augustine. Augustine up to 109 pitches. Fisk 0 for 3 on the day. And That'll be a called third strike. So that'll bring up Evans, 1 for 2 with a walk. And Augustine seems to have found his strikeout pitch as he gets his second strikeout of the inning, third of the day. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox ninth. Looks like Campbell's going to go back out there for the ninth for the Red Sox. Trying to get a 2+ inning save, 2 1/3 inning save. So Hobson 0 for 3. We'll take a called third strike. So Augustine strikes out the side in the 8th. The top of the 9th, and we head to the bottom of the 9th. Milwaukee down to their last 3 outs. Let's look at some finals here. Minnesota beat Seattle 9-3. Texas beat Kansas City 5-2. Oakland just slid past the Angels 7-6. Chicago White Sox all over the Tigers 7-1. And Baltimore came back and beat the Yankees 7-4. Alrighty, so Lascano up to the plate against Campbell. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Milwaukee needs 3 to tie. Keep this game going. And that'll be a ground ball to, Dillard. Gets to it. And makes the play. Whew. So 1 down now in the Milwaukee ninth. Bando up to the plate now. Bando 1 for 3 on the day. And he'll draw the 1-out walk. So tying run will be on deck. Jamie Quirk 0 for 3. Let's see if he hits for himself. Looks like they're going to replace him. So Steve Bry will come in to pinch hit. Bry hitting .267 with 3 RBIs on the season in 15 at-bats. Bando being held down by Scott at first. He has a windup in the pitch to Bry. Oh, and that's going to be a base hit past the dive of Burleson. Bando will hold that second. So tying run up to the plate now. Jim Wolford 2 for 3 on the day. No action in the Red Sox pen. Looks like they're going to give it to Campbell. And McMullen's going to come in to pinch hit. McMullen only has 1 at-bat on the season. .228 hitter for the actual season. 5 homers, 19 runs batted in, 136 at-bats. Red Sox back looking to turn 2. Here's the pitch to McMullen. Oh my God, and McMullen's going to get a hold of one here. Miller goes back against the wall, and it's gone. So Bill Campbell gets a blown save, and the Milwaukee Brewers score 3 in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game at 3. Wow. So there is some stirring in the Red Sox pen. Not good for the Red Sox. Ouch. As Campbell gets a blown save. So here's the pitch to Moore. It's going to be a ground ball to Dillard. Over to first in time. And that'll do it. Well, it'll be out number 2. So Dan Thomas up to the plate now. And Campbell strikes him out, but not before Charlie Moore. Charlie Moore? I think it was Charlie Moore. Was it Charlie Moore? No. McMullen comes in and hits a pinch hit, 3-run homer. And we have extra innings now. Augustine out for inning number 10. So Rick Miller will be up to bat first. Do we bring Carbo in here? Let's see. No, I'm worried about defense here. All right, Rick Miller up to the plate now. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Corners are playing in. And that's a ground ball to Money. Over to first. 1 out in the Red Sox 10th. So Burleson 2 for 3 on the day. Ground ball to third. Over to first. 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox 10th. So Steve Dillard, I think we're going to pull him. We're going to let Denny Doyle. No, we don't. We don't going to do that. We might bring Doyle in for defense later. So Dillard. Let's look at Doyle here. Alright, we'll leave Dillard in to hit anyway. So here's the pitch to Dillard. Dillard gets one in the wheelhouse. And it's going to be a base hit past the diving out. So tying run is on, a go-ahead run is on, winning run. No, go-ahead run is on board for the Red Sox. Dillard have any stolen bases? Oof, no. 1-3. So Jim Rice up to the plate now. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Augustine's still out there. Here's the pitch to Rice. Fly ball to right. But Lascano's there, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. All right, here. So we got a Christmas extra innings here. A Christmas gift to you guys who like Strat-o-Matic baseball or Red Sox fans. So Robin out 0 for 4 on the day. Campbell will not stay in. Campbell will come out, and who are we going to put in here? Oh boy, Bob Stanley. No, I think we have to bring in Bill Lee. None of these guys good against righties. I guess we're bringing Bill Lee. So Bill Lee will come in. Lefty against Robin out. Robin out's 0 for 4 on the day. 1 column, and that'll be a strikeout. Ooh, a lot of walks in that column, but strikes out on the Ephus pitch there. On the curveball, I guess you'd call it, from Bill Lee. So Cecil Cooper 2 for 4 now on the day. And it's a ground ball to second. Dillard up with it over to first. 2 up and 2 down in the Milwaukee 10th. So Don Money 0 for 4 on the day. Pitch by Lee. Ground ball to short. Burleson up with it over to first. And Milwaukee will go in order in the 10th. So we head to the 11th with the Red Sox and the Brewers tied at 3. So Scott put the Red Sox ahead at one time. Let's see if he can do it again here. Rodriguez on the hill now for the Brew Crew. He's 1-0 record with 1 save. Has not allowed an earned run. 8 innings pitched. 3 hits allowed. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Here's the pitch by Rodriguez. It's going to be off the 6th column. That's a ground ball to Yount at short. Yount with a 2 range. Gets to it. And makes the play. And Scott is retired. So Yastrzemski a chance to be the hero here. He's 1 for 4 on the day. It's going to be off the 2 column. Just misses it there. An 8 roll would have almost completely sealed the deal there, but it looks like Hegan is on at center, in center field with a range of 5. Thomas stayed in left with a range of 4. So those are Milwaukee substitutions anyway. I think they probably came in a couple innings ago. So Fisk up to the plate now with 2 down. Bases empty. He's hitless on the day. No doubles defense. And Fisk will keep the inning going with a base hit to left. Do we pinch hit for Fisk? Do we pinch run for Fisk? Is there any good speed out there? What did I see here? Coleman, is he any good? No, it's 1 to 11. Darwin. 1 to 12. No. Griffin. 1 to 15, but he only had 6 at-bats on the season, so we'll just leave Fisk in there. We like his defense. All right, so Evans up to the plate now. Let's see if he can keep the inning going. 1 for 3 with a walk. Rodriguez looks in for the sign. This will wind up in the pitch. 3 column. That's going to be a base hit. Ooh, save chance 1 to 50. Can't risk it, though. So Fisk will hold round second, and he'll stay there. So Butch Hobson with a chance to put the Red Sox ahead. 0 for 4 on the day. That's going to be up to 5 column. And called, 3rd strike. So Red Sox failed to score in the top of the 11th. Lee out there for a second inning of work. Lascano, Bando, and Bry, the DH, up for the Brew Crew. Lascano 1 for 4 on the day. And swinging strikeout, so Lee has the curveball going. His second K of the day. So it brings up Bando 1 for 3 with a run scored. 5 column. And that's going to find the single. Everything else was good there. So 1 out base runner. Scott will hold on Bando at first. Bry 1 for 1 with a run scored. Oh, and that's a 6 column. That's not good for Lee. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Bando will hold that second. So 1st and 2nd with 1 down. Winning run in scoring position. Mike Keegan up to the plate now. See if they leave him in against the lefty. They do. Oh, and that's the 4 column. That's going to be a base hit. Miller up with it. They'll hold Bando at 3rd. Oh, God. So infield's going to play in now. For Charlie Moore. 1 for 4 on the day. Oh, boy. Let's look at Charlie Moore's card here. So against lefties, there's actually a lot more hits against righties, so I'm going to leave him in. I'm going to leave in the lefty there. So Lee will stay in. Runners, infield's playing in. Moore 1 for 4 on the day, trying to be the hero. Here's the windup in the pitch. Oh no, it's going to be off the catcher card. At least I left Fisk in. That's good. See, it's a pop out. And Fisk is able to make the play. Calls for it. Infield fly. And Fisk makes the play as the runners hold. So Lee 1 out away from getting out of this. Lots of walks here, but lots of strikeouts. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I definitely don't want to go with the righty, so I think I'm going to leave in a lefty here. All right, so Thomas 0 for 2 on the day. Ooh, just don't get a 5. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Evans back, makes the catch, and the Red Sox get out of the bases loaded jam. Woo, so we continue the free baseball here on Christmas Day, 2024. Top of the 12th. Rodriguez back out there. Oh, God, Miller again. Red Sox are going to pinch hit, I think. Rick Miller is going to be lifted. And we're going to go with that gut. We're going to bring in Bernie Carbo. We can bring in Doyle for defense, so not worried about that. Rick Miller is going to be lifted for Bernie Carbo. Bernie Carbo does have some home run pop here. He's got a home run already on the season. He's 4 for 10 on the season with a homer and 3 runs batted in. Rodriguez looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch to Carbo. And it's a range check on Money. Money with a 4 range. Oh, and Carbo's going to reach. So Bernie Carbo reaches as Money cannot get to that one. So leadoff runner is on for the Red Sox. Brings up Burleson. He's 2 for 4 with a double. Burleson's a good bunter, so Burleson's going to most likely square away here. Corners are going to play in. Sacrifice bunt. 81% chance. Gets it down. Fouls off the bunt attempt. Let's stay with the bunt. Cooper finds it, drops the ball. Fires to first. Burleson is still out, but gets the job done. As Carbo now is in scoring position with one down. Steve Dillard, 1 for 4 on the day. Oh boy. I think we're going to bring in Denny Doyle. Yep. He's better defensively too. So Denny Doyle will come in for... Where is he? Who am I replacing? Dillard. Denny Doyle comes in. See if he can be the hero here. So Doyle comes in, hitting .320 with 4 runs batted and 50 at-bats. Carbo gets his lead at second. Rodriguez looks in for the sign, looks at the runner. He has to wind up in the pitch. It's going to be off the 6th column. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to go for extra bases. Carbo will score easily. Doyle rounds first. We'll make it into second. So Doyle with the go-ahead RBI double puts the Red Sox back up 4-3. So good managerial decision there by Don Zimmer. So Jim Rice looking to add to that lead. 1 for 4 with a run scored. Here's the windup in the pitch. Ooh, why is that like that? Hold on here. Gotta get the everything going here. Alright. Guess I didn't have my charger plugged in. Alright, so what do we got here? Man in second can try to score. Lead runner 1-15. We're going to send him home with 1 down. Send the lead runner. And they're going to cut off the throw. And Rice with an RBI single puts the Red Sox on top now 5-3. So Joe Scott 1 for 5. Rice gets the lead off first, being held on by Cooper. And that's going to be a ground ball to third over the second for 1. Back to first. Double play, but damage done as the Red Sox score 2. Denny Doyle will take over for Dillard at second. And let's see here. Bernie Carbo will go to right. And Dwight Evans will move to center. Alright, so that's not too bad. Red Sox take a little hit in the defense, but it's worth it to get those 2 runs across. Alright, so Robin Yount is 0 for 5. Bill Lee back out there for inning number 3. Yeah, so here we go. Here's the pitch to Yount. And Yount's got to get a hold on, but he's got weak power, thankfully. It's only going to be a single. So Cooper 2 for 5 up to the plate now. There is action in the Red Sox pen. Runner Yount being held on at first. Oh, and that's going to be a base hit. So first 2 runners are on. So Red Sox not making this easy. Oh boy. Take a look at his card against righties. Too many singles there. Tom House. It's not too bad, I guess. Take a look at Lee's card. Alright, so it looks like they're going to get rid of, they're going to take off Lee and bring in, I think we're going to bring in House. Let's take a look at Money's card against righties. Yeah, I take my chance with the righty card there. So, I mean, with the... Wait a second. Is that the righty? Yeah, there's not much going on there. Righty, so I think we're going to bring in the righty Murphy. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that. We'll take our chances there. Alright, so Tom Murphy comes in to relieve Lee. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Don Money 0 for 5 on the day. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off the 2 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Evans is there, and he'll make the catch. He out tags, but he'll hold. So 1 down there. Red Sox looking for the double play now. They'll play back for that. Lascano 1 for 5 on the day. Here's the windup in the pitch. Oh, no. Woo! Thankfully, they get the right split there. That's going to be a fly ball to Evans in center. I'm sorry, to Burleson. Calls him off. And makes the catch. So 2 outs now. So runners on first and second up to Salbando. Salbando does have 2 hits on the day. 2 for 4 on the day. Murphy looks in for the sign from Fisk. Looks at the runners. Here's the delivery. Oh, no. Ah! And that's going to be a base hit. Carbo up with it. Runners will hold. So it's going to load the bases. So winning run now in scoring position. Steve Bry 2 for 2 on the day. All right, here we go. Murphy looks in for the sign. Here's the ball game. And Murphy gets a call. 3rd strike. Bry cannot believe that one, as he thought that was ball 4. And the Red Sox squeeze out of the jam. And, whew, get out of it. After blowing a 3-run lead in the bottom of the 9th, the Red Sox are able to score 2 in the top of the 12th. And sneak by. So what a marathon game here on Christmas Day. Hope you guys all enjoyed that. We're going to wrap this up quickly. So Rick Wise goes 6 2/3 innings, allowing 7 hits, pitched masterful, no runs, 8 strikeouts, 102 pitches. Bill Campbell gets the blown save, 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and that home run. Bill Lee, that was home run to the pinch hitter McMullen. Bill Lee gets the win, goes 2 innings, pitches, allows 5 hits though, 2 strikeouts. And Tom Murphy will pitch a scoreless 12th and get the save, allowing just 1 hit and getting a strikeout. Jerry Augustine, tough luck loser, 10 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned, just a 3-run blast to Scott in the first, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and Rodriguez gets the loss, going 2 innings, allowing 5 hits, allowing those 2 earned runs, striking out a batter. So the hitting star for the Red Sox, we're going to give that to I was going to give to George Scott if they would have won in regulation, but I think we're going to give that to Jim Rice. 2 for 5 with a run scored and RBI. There might have been another. Denny Doyle, I think. Yeah, Denny Doyle with that pinch hit double there. We'll give him that, even though he came in for just that one at bat there. We'll give it to Denny Doyle, because that was the key right there. That gave him the go-ahead run there. All right, so Denny Doyle, player of the game. Here's the rest of the box score there if you want to check it out. So, all right, so thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in the next Red Sox replay game when the Red Sox will face the Brewers in Game 2 of a 2-game series looking for the sweep. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye now.